Hey, we're down at Mosquito Lagoon. It's Memorial Day weekend.
Right.
And we're going to make some really good stuff here, right?
Yeah.
Smoked sausages, bacon-wrapped barbecued shrimp, grilled asparagus, grilled cabbage. And Tammy here is going to make up homemade dressing for the asparagus and the cabbage. I hope you stay with us. So I already put these sausages on. These are Savannah Sausage Company, Vidalia onion, and uncured bacon sausages. Look at the color on those, right? I'm going to get these guys off, make some room here. And then the way I've got this Weber set up, it's indirect. In other words, I got this side charcoal, this side no charcoal. I hate it when I say that. Now we're going to get our cabbage on here, all right? Going to let it get all nice and grilled up. It's okay if you get it right over the fire. You want a char on this. Okay. We're going to hold off on the asparagus. Let me get the lid on it. We'll let it go a few minutes and check on it. While this cabbage is cooking, Tammy's wrapping the shrimp. You can see she's already got quite a few wrapped here. You just want to tell folks what you're doing?
So I'm just taking the shrimp and a piece of bacon. I cut the bacon in thirds, and then all I do is just put the bacon around the shrimp. It's pretty simple. And that's all you have to do is
if
just
you want more bacon
around.
flavor, you can cut it in half, but you're going to get a lot of bacon, like I did some of the first ones.
Yeah, they're really bacony. Okay, that's it. You just put it over there and grab another shrimpy. I do stretch the bacon a little bit first, and then again just kind of wrap it around, tuck that in, and then over and around. Oh, wow, that wasn't very good.
Sometimes you got to do it twice.
Okay. All right. So, tuck it in.
Anyway, this is the longest part of the whole recipe.
All right. There we go.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
I don't know where that one's
Here,
going to go.
right here.
All right. This is the last piece of
All right,
bacon.
good. One more. I'm going to check on the cabbage.
Okay. All right.
Look here.
I'm not really sure where this one's going to go either.
Just gonna turn that over. All we're trying to do is get a little char on it. You can see it starting to get a little bit there. This I'm going to keep going. It's not over the direct heat. This is, and what I'm going to do is open this vent up all the way to get it cooking a little bit hotter.
The seasoning we're going to use today is this Holy Voodoo. Really like the seasoning a lot. It's super good. It's going to go really well with this today because it's kind of got a Mexican theme. It's got a jalapeno in it. So that's what we're going to use. Oh. So I'm going to get both sides of these guys seasoned up, and then they'll be ready to put on the grill. While he's grilling up that cabbage, I'm going to make a dipping sauce for the shrimp. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put 1 1/4 cup of sour cream in here. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. Okay. I'm going to use 1 cup of cilantro. That we grew. Really proud of the cilantro. Okay. 2 fresh jalapenos. 2 tablespoons of lime juice, and a tablespoon of garlic. And then some salt and pepper to taste. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this in and I'm going to blend it up inside, because I don't have a blender out here and we are camping, and I want it to be a pretty fine blend. And that's it. Let's go ahead and get this homemade dressing for this cabbage and this asparagus going. So we're going to use a 1/4 cup of olive oil. And guys, I'm measuring this all by eye because we are camping. And I don't have everything out here. We're going to use this ARs Hot Southern Honey. And if you don't have this, just use whatever honey you like. I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of this as well. We're going to use 2 tablespoons of lime juice. And then we have 2 tablespoons of cilantro. I'm going to do salt and pepper to taste again. I think that's kind of a thing. You have to decide how much you like. But I am probably doing a couple teaspoons of each one. And then we're going to add some fennel, just like a teaspoon amount. Some thyme, same thing, about a teaspoon. And some rosemary, about a teaspoon amount of that as well. Oh, I hadn't even opened it yet. And then we're going to get that all mixed up, and we are going to toss the cabbage and the asparagus in it. But, oh, you know what? I forgot. This is like super important. Garlic. I'm going to do about a tablespoon of garlic. My gosh. I would have been missing that. A little bit right there. There we go. All right, now I can get it mixed up and we can toss the cabbage and the asparagus in it.
You can see we're starting to get the nice char on our cabbage. Going to get the cabbage off of here and we're going to chop it up. Okay, all you're looking to do is get some char on it. It really changes the flavor of that cabbage, makes it awesome. Now you can see I've got a few little crusty pieces on the bottom. Don't worry about that. Got enough cabbage here where it doesn't matter. And then you can see I put some asparagus on here. Now Tammy and I like our asparagus crunchy. Okay, so you can see it's got some char on it right there. And I don't want to overcook it, so I'm going to go ahead and take it off. It's been on here maybe 10 minutes. Just going to put it immediately in that dressing that she made. Final step is to get those bacon wrapped shrimp on here, right? Now you don't want to put these over the direct coals because you'll get some major flare-ups and it just won't be fun. So we're going to start cooking these guys up. Let me get this half of the little Weber, little bitty baby Weber loaded up. I'll get the lid on it And we'll continue with this cook.
I'm just cutting this cabbage up into bite-sized pieces so Jeff and I don't have to struggle to eat it. I've got the cabbage chopped up into bite-sized pieces. I'm going to put it into this homemade dressing so it can start getting seasoned. I want to eat this right now. It looks so good.
These shrimp are getting close. Look at that. Now what I'm going to do is hit them up, some of them, with some barbecue sauce. I'm happen to use Armadillo pepper whiskey barbecue sauce. Use your favorite barbecue sauce. What I did was took about maybe 4 tablespoons of the Armadillo pepper barbecue sauce, and I mixed it with a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar to thin it out real nice and give it a little tang on these shrimp. You do not need to barbecue both sides or apply the barbecue sauce to both sides. This will be plenty. And like I say, a step is optional. Use your own favorite barbecue sauce if you want to do it, but it's going to make these shrimp just kick them up one more level. All right. Now, what I told you I used there in terms of the amounts is just enough to do this many shrimp. So if you're going to do, a bunch more, you just need to double the recipe or triple it. You'll have to decide depending upon how many shrimp you're doing. You can see I've got these shrimp all done off in here. Let me just finish it up. I can't tell you how bad I want to give this a taste. You can see we got it all plated up here. Let me have your left hand. I know, you're thinking Michael Jackson. No. Your second guess is I was cutting something, I cut my hand, and dropped the knife and cut her. That didn't happen either. We just had 2 gloves. Right? That's what we had. We had 2 gloves.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what happened.
Look at this. Has camping out ever been this awesome? We got our shrimp, asparagus, cabbage, those sausages. Tammy's got that sauce, and we put the asparagus and the cabbage, I think she showed you, in that homemade dressing she made. I'm just going to take a couple of limes here, finish out this whole Mexican theme. Okay.
I'm super excited.
What are you going to try first?
Gosh, I don't know.
There's a lot to try. This taste test is going to be longer than usual, I'm sure.
I don't know. I want to try
Well,
everything.
I'm not waiting for you forever. Here's
Okay.
one shrimp for me with the barbecue sauce and the bacon.
Okay. Mm. Oh, it's so good. Oh my God.
What did you try?
I tried the shrimp with the cilantro dressing. It's so good. Sadie wants
This
some.
cabbage, you don't have to serve it hot. Don't worry about that. You're just charring it to get the flavor. We got to cool off, and you put it in that dressing.
It's
Crispy,
so good.
crunchy.
Everything is so good.
You get one of them sausages. It's right here. I think there's probably enough for us to eat for 2 days, don't you think?
Yeah, or more.
Or maybe we take them over to the campground happy hour and let everybody else eat them. Look, this recipe does have a few more steps than a lot of the recipes we do.
Super delicious.
But it's, is this Memorial Day or Labor Day?
Memorial.
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves a treat. Absolutely awesome. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, I hope you subscribe, and hey,
I hope you
stay
try
safe.
it. It's super delicious.
Stay safe. Have a great weekend.